A 22-5 run to end the fourth quarter for the Warriors. A stunner, a happy stunner that had Steph Curry on the bench. Everybody, the whole bench going, yeah! The Suns, one field goal in the last 6 minutes. Incredible effort there by the Warriors.
Defense!
Everybody. Welcome to Warriors Toyota Postgame Live with Festus Ezeli and Chris Mullen. I'm Kareth Burke. We've got Pat Spencer waiting right here. This was a career night for Pat. With 20 points, he had 6 3-pointers too. But Pat, this was your last game, number 50, the last game you could play as a two-way player. What did you think about getting your career high tonight?
It wasn't about the career high. Coming out here just to bring energy. We got, we're a little bit shorthanded, traded some guys. Just lost a couple brothers today as far as Buddy, JK, Trace, and so had to pick up the energy. Obviously don't have number 30 out there, and Steve gave me the confidence to let it rip from beyond the arc, and got the job done.
Pat, you just looked like there was just a monkey off your back today, and I saw the aggressiveness, everything today. What was the secret to the game today for you?
No, there's no monkey off my back. I didn't sign anything yet, so we'll have some conversations and we'll figure that out.
Pat, you made 6 threes. Your team made 20, but I thought the big difference different from the other was the balanced attack. You guys made 15 free throws. So yourself, DeAnthony Melton, everyone attacking the paint and adding to the three-point shot. Talk about the balance of attack offensively.
Yeah, I'm a big believer if they're going to attack you defensively and be aggressive, you got to attack that with pressure on the other end offensively. So they've got some guys that like to pick up full court. Obviously made their run, but super proud of our group, man. We've hung our head way too many times this year and thrown the towel in. We were down about 17, ended that run that they were on. A couple of those were just complete miscommunications on my part, but thankful the group stuck with me and we grinded it out.
Pat, before we let you go, let's go back to the emotions of the day, because you did mention you had to say goodbye to 3 teammates today. How did you guys regroup for this game, especially after the Sixers game where the offense just wasn't flowing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's like a right answer for that. Ultimately, you've got to get yourself fired up and ready to go. It's pretty easy for me to do as a competitor. So I knew with a handful of guys out, there's going to be an opportunity to play extended minutes. And look, if you played in this league, it's tough to play in 2-minute spurts and play in 3-minute spurts. And so to have a little bit of freedom out there, to have those guys, the vote of confidence behind the staff, it makes all the difference for me.
All right, Pat, thank you very
Congratulations,
much.
great game.
Congratulations, Pat.
Great game.
Career high. We hope more good news comes your way soon. All right, so the Warriors get this win tonight. Do we want to call it comeback fashion? They were down 14. Yeah, this was a big one. But the defense at the end, because the Warriors were having trouble too. They had a lot more turnovers in the second half, but stayed involved in the game, locked down on defense, and managed to frustrate the Suns.
Listen, no Steph Curry tonight. The Warriors launched 55 threes. 55 threes of their 76 field goals were from the three-point line. And I just thought they did a great job defensively. Tonight was really about the Warriors' fight. I thought Al Horford, I thought Will Richard, I thought everybody that came into the game did a great job. I mean, to end this game, down 2 points, you get a bucket, and you get 2 stops to end the game. I mean, this was just, it was one of those games where you walk away from it and you think, we have a lot of fight left in the season. This is a very deep team, a very deep bench, and they did a great job on Dillon Brooks. He had 24 points tonight, but he had, 18 at halftime? I mean, he's a guy who was really attacking this whole time, and the Warriors really did a great job defensively in the second half. That's what I got to say about that.
Well, no Steph Curry, no Devin Booker, and the Warriors bench has been phenomenal all season long, and that's what won the game. Pat Spencer was a bench player. Tonight he played 32 minutes. Guy Santos was amazing. GP2 off the bench. So the Warriors role players stepped up and had a tremendous game. They held the Suns 1 for 11 to finish the game. But really what I asked Pat, though, because they made 23s. But unlike last game, they got to the free throw line. They got in the bonus in the second quarter. They wound up getting 15 free throws and only gave up 5 to the Suns. So the combination of the 1 for 11 finish defensively, 20 made threes, and then getting to the free throw line, that's what won this game. And they were, like you said, Kerr, they were down 14 points. They hung in there, and I think a guy like Pat Spencer, his competitive fire is contagious.
The Warriors had 15 made threes in the first half, only 5 in the second half. So they had to change it up a little bit. Let's go to the crunch time tape, starting with about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. This is where Al Horford starts to step in. We see some of his experience, some of his savvy. What do you think about Al's role in this crunch time?
Big fella Al Horford. I thought it only says 4 rebounds for Al. I thought his activity level was really tremendous, man. It really inspired this team. He came into the game, was that big guy, hit some big shots. The Warriors will come into the fourth quarter, having made only 1 3-pointer in the third quarter. So they were really needing some energy. Guys like D'Anthony Melton coming off the bench, I thought they did a great job of just attacking the rim. And defensively, this is where the Warriors hung their head on the whole night.
Yeah, great stop there in transition. He gets out ahead and converts here.
Big bucket.
Basically the game winner. Defense turning into offense. You ask about Al Horford. So much of the season we've seen him really almost exclusively a flat-footed three-point shooter. Tonight they went to him down the post. He got to the free throw line. He had some big stops himself. Just a total team effort. One of those games you just feel so proud. Everyone stepped up, so big and so clutch.
Yeah,
this play right here, this is telling you the whole night. Switching from Moses Moody, who was pressuring Dylan Brooks all the way out to almost half court, and then they switch off to D'Anthony Melton, force him into a tough shot, and then you fight for this rebound. Everybody getting just. This right here was really the symbol of the game. This is how they were able to get this done, just scrapping the whole way.
Yeah, the bench going wild. You can see Pat Spencer skipping around,
Man,
Steph clapping right there too. Go back to Moses Moody though, because he likes that assignment where he has to guard the other team's best player. And tonight, that was Dylan Brooks because Booker wasn't on the floor. It was the Moses Moody block that led to the Guy Santos go-ahead bucket. So kudos to Moses right here on a night where, yeah, the Warriors are playing shorthanded.
Yeah, and that's great one-on-one defense. And on the flip side, just a horrendous offensive possession. To have one guy just dribble the ball the whole time. But Moses did a great job, staying in front of him, containing the basketball, and make him shoot a contested three.
There you go.
I mean, Moses, effort is a huge part of this game. Obviously, you want to score more points than the other team, but you got to give Moses Moody a lot of credit. Got 8 rebounds tonight. Big buckets right there. But really, I mean, defensively, these are the games that make you feel good about yourself, the games where you gut it out. I thought the Warriors coming into this game, you don't know what's going to happen. You just lost some players, you got to trade. Emotionally, it could be taxing on your team. But I thought from the start of the game, they just fought the whole way through, got the lead at halftime. You saw Guy Santos come in and just infuse energy in this team. Had 7 assists at halftime. I mean, if you go across the board, career high for Guy. If you go across the board, everybody did something. It was rebounding. There were steals. Will Richard hit some big shots. D'Anthony Melton hit some big shots. Even Brandon Pajemski is not feeling well. He checked himself out in the first quarter, comes back in the second half just to get some of that energy. I felt like everybody found a way to play an impact in this game.
Yeah. And then Pat Spencer, we got to talk to him post-game, but let's roll some of his game tape to see how he arrived at this career-high 20 points. What a vote of confidence from Steve Kerr saying, let it rip, man, take these shots.
Yeah, but he's proven himself, Kareth and Festus. He's a much improved three-point shooter. He's always going to attack the paint. You never have to worry about his competitive spirit, his competitive fire. I just think teams in general, they don't do enough scouting and they underestimate him, and he makes them pay each and every night.
This is the last game that Pat Spencer is eligible in his 2-way contract. Well, if this is an audition tape, Mully,
yeah.
And it happens that there's not a dotted line for him to sign here, how many teams do you think will be knocking, waiting for Pat Spencer?
Well, the audition has happened for a good amount of time now. He's been here, right?
That's right.
But he hasn't been on the big stage. Mm-hmm. But other teams do know about him. The Warriors need to lock him up ASAP, or he will be gone tomorrow.
Ball handler, obviously shooter, but I thought he was just a great floor commander today. He came in, he just knew exactly where to put the guys. He just moves the ball. He knows how to attack the paint. That is really his strength. A lot of threes are shot tonight, but the quality of threes have always been an issue for the Warriors. If you move the ball along the perimeter, you get bad shots, but Pat just knows how to get into the middle of the teeth of the defense. That's one, but defensively too. He did a great job just rotating, transition defense. All those things are the things that the guards do, and I thought Pat Spencer was the leader for that tonight.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has ever questioned his competitiveness, but now with his skill combined with that, he's proven himself as a high-level NBA player.
Yeah, playing like a guy who's on the verge of getting his contract converted. You also have somebody like Guy Santos, one of the role players on this team. But this season, as he's been asked to do more and provides more, career highs in points per game, field goal percentage, and three-point percentage for Guy. What do you think about his evolution this season, Mully?
Well, really impressive anytime he steps on the floor. But look, he played 36 minutes tonight. To maintain your efficiency and your impact when your minutes are increased proves that you deserve more minutes. We heard Pat Spencer say it's hard for anyone to play in 4-minute spurts. They both these guys, Spencer played 32 minutes, Guy Santos 36 minutes. All players do not play better when they get more minutes. These two guys have done it. They keep doing that. They're going to be a huge part moving forward.
When I say Guy Santos, I say Guy Santos! Because that's the energy he brings on the floor. That's whenever you ask him to get on the floor, you ask him to play defense. You saw him go at Dylan Brooks. Got a block shot on him. This is when Dylan Brooks got going in the first half. 7 assists in the first half. Got people going. He knows exactly where to be. Knows how to play the game, knows how to play with his teammates, because now the Warriors got to find a new normal. They're trying to find how to fit these pieces that they have together, especially without Steph on the floor. Hopefully when he comes back, he's been able to play with Steph. He's been able to play with whatever guys you have around him. He's been able to play defense, improved on that end as well. I mean, Guy Santos is just maturing game by game, and he's maturing before our very eyes.
Guy Santos has a camera crew following him around from his native country of Brazil, so making a documentary about his story and what a season they get to see right now. How about DeAnthony Melton's season right now? We were celebrating the fact that he was in the starting lineup tonight. He finished with 25 minutes. We need to mention that. That's kind of important for him tonight. But what did you see as far as Melton and the way that he impacted winning?
Well, DM, the healthier he gets, the more minutes he's going to be on the floor. And for the Warriors, it's just a welcome sight, because this is a guy who can create a shot for himself in any moment. One-on-one, he can do that. There's another guy who you can switch out. One of the guy that forced a tough shot on Dylan Brooks at the end of the game. You can put him on the offensive player's best player on the other team. He was the guy as a guard. He put him on a big man in Dylan Brooks, and he's able to get a stop on him. This is the competitive edge he gives the Warriors, but also the ability to play with multiple guards. DeAnthony Melton had Pat Spencer on the floor with him. He can have Steph Curry on the floor with him, which anybody can have Steph on the floor with him. But, DeAnthony Melton can play with multiple guards. He can play multiple positions, but also a guy who can really switch from being an attacker to being a facilitator, and the Warriors really need that right now.
Yeah, I thought Melton, he took 9 threes, but I liked him attacking the basket. To me, the Warriors, they had 15 threes, as you mentioned, at halftime, Kareth. They came out of the third quarter, the first 5 points were layups, attacking the paint. So as the Phoenix Suns were honoring a three-point shot, the Warriors did a much better job attacking the paint. In turn, they got into the bonus. And really the biggest part of the game really was the free throws. I mean, they were plus 12 from the three-point line, but a plus 10 from free throws. And last game, were they 1
2
for 2?
Total, made 1.
Yes, that's a huge difference. A better balanced attack offensively. And it's easy to say it, but you have to have the talent to do it. Melton's one of those guys. He can knock down a three, but he's really good getting by his man. He can finish at the rim or make the pass out for an open shot.
DeAnthony Melton, a plus 21 tonight. We'll round it out by talking about Gary Payton II. An efficient night for him, but you also saw him show up on the glass, Mully.
Yeah, GP too. I mean, his offense tonight, much needed. We talked pregame. They had to generate offense from somewhere. They everyone had to have an uptick. Talk about uptick. 15 points for GP2, 3 of 6. He's always going to give you the defense and effort and rebounding, but they needed those 15 points tonight.
This is a good shot right here. That was a great shot.
Looked very comfortable. I mean, I think the trade deadline for everybody is a more relaxed feeling. But a guy like GP2, man, he was out there just flowing.
He was flowing. And what he brought in the first half was the attack to the paint. You saw him rolling to the rim. You saw him attacking the paint, getting by his man. This is a game where you needed everybody to do a little bit more. And GP2 did more. He got 8 rebounds. He got on the glass. He brought some energy. But he brought the attack of the paint that they desperately needed. And the combination of him and Guy Santos being able to attack it kind of opened the floor up to where the shots got better, and that's how the Warriors hit all these three-point shots. So 23 pointers, just a result of the Warriors actually attacking the paint.
Yeah, 5 players in double-digit scoring on a night where they were shorthanded. Again, no Steph Curry in this one. The Warriors sent 3 players away at the trade deadline. Contributions from everyone, as you mentioned. And here you go, our colleague Dalton Johnson in Phoenix right now to cover the trade deadline. He mentions it is a loud locker room celebration. I want to know what music
on the
they're
outside
playing
looking
today.
in.
I want to know what music they have going on in there. When we come back, we will hear it from the head coach, Steve Kerr, trying to process the emotions of the day.